Your soulmate is saying, "Please read this before you fall asleep, I can't lose you again." My beloved child, don't close your eyes just yet, because if you fall asleep before hearing this message, you may wake up tomorrow still carrying a misunderstanding that was never meant to stay between you and your soulmate. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Right now, while you are listening, someone is silently replaying memories that refuse to leave their heart. They keep wondering what would have happened if they had spoken one sentence earlier, if they had taken one step instead of turning away, if fear had not stolen the moment they were supposed to fight for you. They are no longer pretending everything is fine. The smile everyone else sees hides a heart that has been carrying your name in complete silence. Tonight feels different. Something has shifted that even they cannot explain. They are looking back at every missed chance, every unfinished conversation, every goodbye that was never supposed to happen. And deep inside, one thought keeps echoing louder than anything else. I can't lose you again. That sentence is no longer just a feeling, it has become a decision. Before this night ends, something inside them wants to break free. Before sleep takes over, they wish you could somehow hear the words they were too afraid to say before. Don't skip, because what happens next may completely change the way you see this connection. There is another truth you have not noticed yet. While everyone believes time has erased what once existed, your soulmate has been quietly collecting invisible reminders of you. A familiar place. A certain song. A random conversation. Even the smallest coincidence keeps bringing your memory back when they least expect it. They tried convincing themselves that moving forward would be easier than facing their real emotions, but every step away somehow led them back to the same question. What if I made the biggest mistake of my life? Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They have finally realized that losing someone is painful, but living every day wondering what could have been is even harder. That realization has started changing everything. The walls around their heart are beginning to crack. The excuses are disappearing. Pride is becoming smaller than regret. They no longer want another chapter filled with silence. They no longer want another night wondering if destiny had given them one last chance that they ignored. Right now, while the world grows quiet, their heart is becoming louder than ever before. And the most surprising part hasn't even happened yet. There is one hidden reason why tonight feels different from every other night, and once you hear it, every strange moment from the past may suddenly begin to make sense. Now listen carefully, because this is where everything starts changing. Imagine a moment where someone stands alone, looking at the sky, whispering words that nobody else can hear. Those words are not filled with anger. They are filled with hope. Hope that somehow, someway, this connection still has one unopened door. Your soulmate is no longer asking themselves whether you mattered, they already know the answer. What frightens them now is the possibility of arriving too late. They fear another missed opportunity more than rejection itself. That is why this message feels so urgent. Not because time is running out forever, but because they finally understand the value of what almost slipped away. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Before this journey continues, there is one unforgettable truth still hidden beneath the surface, a truth connected to a promise that was never spoken aloud but has never been forgotten. When that promise is finally revealed, you will understand why this night is unlike any other, why your soulmate's heart refuses to stay silent any longer, and why they keep repeating the same words over and over again. Please read this before you fall asleep, because I can't lose you again. The silence has become too heavy for your soulmate to carry alone. Every hour that passes feels like another chance slipping through their hands, and for the first time, they are no longer blaming fate, they are blaming themselves. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They have finally admitted what they spent so long trying to hide. The distance between you was never created because your value faded. It grew because fear became louder than honesty. Every time they wanted to reach out, another voice whispered that it might already be too late. Every time they imagined hearing your response, they questioned whether they still deserved to hear your voice at all. But tonight, something unexpected happened inside their heart. Instead of imagining another ending, they started imagining another beginning. That single change has transformed everything. They no longer dream about escaping the past, they dream about repairing what was broken. They are replaying conversations that never happened, thinking about the words they wish they had spoken when the opportunity was still standing right in front of them. The strange part is that the more they remember you, the stronger one feeling becomes. It is no longer uncertainty. It is determination. They know there is still something unfinished between your hearts, something that refuses to disappear no matter how much time passes. That invisible connection keeps pulling them back, reminding them that some stories are not meant to end because of silence. They have reached a point where pretending no longer feels possible. Every heartbeat seems to carry the same message. Don't let this become another regret. Stay till the end, because the next realization changed the direction of everything they believed. Then came the moment they never expected. Without warning, an ordinary situation reminded them of you so powerfully that they had to stop everything they were doing. It wasn't dramatic to anyone else, but to them it felt like the entire world had paused for a reason. A familiar smile on a stranger's face, a simple melody, a quiet evening breeze, somehow it all led back to the same memory. That was when they finally understood something they had overlooked for far too long. Real connections don't disappear simply because people stop talking. Some bonds remain alive beneath the surface, waiting for courage to awaken them again. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. That realization shook every excuse they had been hiding behind. Suddenly, pride seemed meaningless. Fear seemed small. Even the possibility of rejection became easier to face than another lifetime of wondering what could have happened. They started asking themselves questions that demanded honest answers. If tomorrow arrived and I never tried, would I forgive myself? The answer came instantly. No. That single word echoed through every thought they had. It became impossible to ignore. For the first time in a long while, they stopped looking backward with sadness and started looking forward with hope. Not because they know exactly what will happen next, but because they finally believe that some opportunities deserve one more chance before the story is allowed to end. Now the night feels different than any other they have lived through. The fear that once kept them silent is slowly losing its power, while a quiet confidence is beginning to take its place. They can almost picture the moment when everything left unsaid finally finds its voice. They don't expect perfection. They don't expect every wound to disappear overnight. What they hope for is far simpler, and somehow far more meaningful. They hope for one honest conversation capable of changing the future that once seemed impossible to reach. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. But there is still one secret they have not admitted even to themselves. Hidden beneath every memory, every regret, and every dream is a promise they silently made the very moment they realized your absence had changed them forever. That promise has remained locked inside their heart until this very night. Once it finally comes into the light, nothing about this journey will feel the same again. The words you are about to hear next are the very words they have protected for far too long, and once they are spoken, there will be no turning back. A quiet truth has been growing inside your soulmate for much longer than anyone realizes. It did not appear overnight, and it was not created by a single memory. It was built through every moment they tried to convince themselves they could forget you, and failed. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They have finally reached the point where silence feels heavier than honesty. Every morning begins with determination to move on, yet every night ends with your name returning to their thoughts. They have stopped asking why this connection refuses to disappear because they already know the answer. Some people leave footprints on the heart that time simply cannot erase. They now understand that running from those feelings only made them stronger. Every attempt to bury the truth pushed it closer to the surface. They remember the conversations they wished had lasted longer, the smiles they should have appreciated more, and the moments they believed would always be there. Now they realize how precious those ordinary moments truly were. What surprises them the most is not how deeply they miss you, but how clearly they can imagine a future where they refuse to repeat the same mistakes. For the first time, they are no longer waiting for the perfect moment. They are waiting for enough courage to finally overcome the fear that has controlled them for so long. That courage is closer than ever before, and once it fully arrives, everything you believed was impossible may suddenly become possible. Then another realization appeared, one they could not ignore no matter how hard they tried. They began noticing that every important decision they imagined for the future somehow included you, even when they weren't trying to think about you. That frightened them at first because it meant their heart had already chosen a direction long before their mind accepted it. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They finally admitted that what they were protecting was never their pride, it was their fear of losing the chance to be understood. Yet they now see that remaining silent carries an even greater risk. Silence creates distance where honesty creates possibility. That understanding has changed the way they look at everything. Instead of remembering only the pain, they have started remembering the strength your connection gave them. Instead of focusing on what went wrong, they are beginning to imagine what could still go right. They no longer believe the story ended when the distance appeared. Deep inside, they feel as though this chapter has been waiting for the right moment to continue. Every heartbeat reminds them that unfinished stories often return when both hearts are finally ready to listen instead of running away. The more they accept this truth, the less fear controls them. In its place grows a quiet determination unlike anything they have ever felt before. Now the night has reached a moment that feels almost impossible to describe. It is as though your soulmate is standing at the edge of two different futures. One path leads back into silence, unanswered questions, and endless regret. The other begins with one brave decision that could change everything. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They have already made one promise to themselves: they will never again allow fear to speak louder than their heart. But there is another promise they have not revealed yet, a promise connected directly to you. It is the reason they keep repeating those words before sleep, the reason they refuse to let another opportunity disappear without trying, and the reason this message found you tonight instead of any other night. The next truth has remained hidden longer than either of you could imagine. Once it finally comes into the light, you will understand why your soulmate believes that this moment was never an accident, why they refuse to lose hope again, and why the words they are preparing to say next may become the most unforgettable words of this entire journey. There is one final barrier your soulmate has been trying to overcome, and tonight it feels weaker than ever before. Every excuse that once sounded convincing has slowly fallen apart, leaving only one undeniable truth behind. They are no longer afraid of admitting how deeply this connection has changed them. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. For so long, they believed that keeping their feelings hidden would protect both of you from disappointment. Instead, that silence became the very thing they feared the most. Every quiet night reminded them of conversations that never happened. Every peaceful morning carried the weight of unfinished emotions. They have discovered that the greatest loss is not hearing no. The greatest loss is never allowing the truth to be spoken at all. That realization has become impossible to ignore. Their heart keeps returning to the same thought, over and over again: if I stay silent one more time, I may lose the person I never truly stopped loving. Those words now follow them everywhere. They are no longer running from them. They are finally ready to face them. Stay till the end, because the next moment reveals why this night feels completely different from every night before it. As the hours grow quieter, your soulmate feels something they have not experienced in a very long time: peace mixed with determination. It is not the peace of giving up. It is the peace of finally accepting what their heart has known all along. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. They understand now that real connections are not measured by perfect timing but by the courage to return before hope disappears. Every memory that once brought sadness is now becoming a reminder of what is still worth fighting for. They are no longer asking whether you were important enough. That answer has become crystal clear. Instead, they are asking themselves whether they have enough courage to make sure history never repeats itself. Every passing minute strengthens that courage. Every heartbeat pushes them closer to the decision they have delayed for far too long. The strange thing is that they no longer feel trapped by yesterday. They feel pulled toward tomorrow. It is as though an invisible door has quietly opened, waiting for one simple step that could change everything. They can almost hear the words they have rehearsed countless times in silence, yet never had the bravery to speak aloud. That moment is approaching much faster than they ever imagined. Now the night reaches its most emotional turning point so far. Your soulmate closes their eyes and makes a silent promise they refuse to break again. No matter how uncertain tomorrow may seem, they will not allow fear to steal another opportunity that belongs to the heart. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They believe that some connections survive distance because they were never built on convenience, they were built on something much stronger. That belief has become the light guiding every thought they have tonight. Yet there is still one hidden truth they have protected from everyone, even from themselves. It is not a secret born from fear anymore. It is a promise waiting for the perfect moment to be revealed. When that promise finally comes into the open, you will understand why this message had to reach you before sleep, why your soulmate refused to remain silent any longer, and why the next words they are preparing to share could become the beginning of a completely new chapter that neither of you ever expected to unfold. The moment your soulmate feared for so long is no longer somewhere in the future, it has quietly arrived. Tonight, they are no longer asking themselves whether they should speak. They are asking themselves why they waited so long. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Every unanswered question that once filled their heart has slowly been replaced by one undeniable realization: life keeps moving, but some connections never stop calling your name. They now understand that the silence between two hearts can never erase what those hearts truly experience together. Every memory has become clearer instead of fading. Every lesson has become stronger instead of weaker. They remember the little details that nobody else would ever notice, the conversations that ended too soon, the laughter that appeared without effort, the feeling that everything made sense whenever thoughts of you crossed their mind. Those moments have followed them through every season, quietly reminding them that what they almost lost was never ordinary. They have stopped pretending that this chapter belongs in the past because their heart refuses to close a book whose final pages have never been written. For the first time, they believe that the ending of this story has not been decided yet. That belief is giving them the courage they once thought they would never find. Stay till the end, because the next truth changes everything they believed about second chances. As this night grows deeper, another powerful realization settles into their heart. They finally see that fear has stolen enough time already. Every day spent waiting has only made one thing clearer: you were never someone easy to replace, forget, or leave behind. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. They now understand that the strongest connections are often tested by silence, distance, and uncertainty, not to destroy them but to reveal how much they truly matter. Instead of blaming yesterday, they have started preparing for tomorrow. Instead of focusing on everything that went wrong, they are beginning to imagine what could finally go right. That change has transformed the way they see you, the way they see themselves, and the way they see the future. They no longer believe coincidence brought this message into your life tonight. They believe moments like these arrive when hearts are finally ready to hear what they once ignored. Every passing second strengthens one decision inside them: they would rather take one brave step than spend another lifetime wondering what might have happened if they had simply been honest. The weight they carried for so long is beginning to disappear because hope has finally become stronger than hesitation. Now, before this chapter comes to its final turning point, listen closely. Your soulmate has reached a place where they can no longer hide behind uncertainty. They have accepted that some people are worth risking everything for, and in their heart, your place has never truly been taken by anyone else. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is still one final truth they have not revealed, the truth they have protected through every sleepless night, every quiet memory, and every moment they whispered, "Please don't let me lose this connection forever." That truth is closer than ever to being spoken aloud. Once those words finally leave their heart, nothing will remain hidden. Every unanswered question will begin finding its answer. Every silent emotion will finally have a voice. And the message that began with quiet regret is about to become something completely different, a promise that this time they will not disappear, this time they will not let fear decide their future, and this time they will do everything.